Hi, this is Krishna. Welcome to Family Moments featuring Mom's EdTech Classroom. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a class app using Google Slides. So this is a class app that I created using Google Slides. This works just like an app and can be added to your phone's home screen whether you're using an iPhone or an Android. At the same time, it can also be added to your tablet's or iPad's home screen. For those students or parents who may just want to access this class app on their computer and just have it bookmarked for easy access, it works great as well. So just like any app, this is also interactive. So when I click class website, it will take me to the class website which I use in conjunction with Google Classroom. This is a more detailed platform that I use in such a way that it contains a lot more information that students and parents can access, different from Google Classroom, which is mostly used to access and turn in assignments. So for those of you who may be interested in learning how I created this site, please stay tuned to the video tutorial which I will be posting soon. So back on the home page, when I click Week at a Glance, it will take me to the Week at a Glance page of my class website, which shows a layout of the week's activities, assignments, or homework. Let's say, for example, the current week is week 1. I have it highlighted and I have it also placed here at the top. When you click that, it will then show the students a layout of the week's assignments, activities, and or homework. When the students click Classwork, it will take them to the Classwork tab of their Google Classroom. So if the students or parents are not signed in, then it will prompt them to get to this page. When I click Reminders, it will take me to the Reminders page of this app, which is very helpful. Click the Home button, it will take them to the home page. So when they click Schedule, it will also take them to the Schedule page of this app, which shows the students' class schedule, or for teachers, you can also add your office hours on this page. Then click the Home button, it will take them back to the home page. If they will click Contact Me, this shows the different information that they can use to reach me, like the phone number, my email address, and for the SOS icon, when you click that, it will take you directly to the SOS or the help page in the Google Classroom, where the student is able to send a private message with any questions. So last but not the least, when you click News, then it will take them to the news page of the app, which can possibly include newsletters and other announcements. So to create the app, click New, Google Slides, blank presentation. We can X this out and delete these as well. We don't need that. This time we need to change the size of the slide so it matches the looks or size of the app. So go to File, Page Setup, Custom, change this to 9 by 14 inches, and then hit Apply. And then I'm going to give it a title. This time we are going to change the background. So right click, change background, choose image, and you can either upload the image from your computer if you have the images already saved, or you can also Google search the image. Today I am going to just load the computer since I already have it saved on my computer. And then hit Done. This time we are ready to add the buttons. I go to Insert, Shapes, and you can use any shape you want, but this time I am going to use this shape. Next, I want to fill the shape with color. Just click that, and then for the border, I am going to use this. And then because I wanted to have a shadow, I am going to right click, Format Options, Drop Shadow, and then I'm going to change the color, same color, but then I'm going to change the transparency and then also change the distance. Next, I am going to add text. So click text box, and then I want to make sure that it is centered so I can type. Then you can change the font size as well as the font. So that's it for the title button. This time I'm going to add smaller buttons. So I go to Insert Shapes, and then I'm going to use this square shape with rounded edges. So you can resize it and also change the color fill if you want. And then if you want something that has a shadow just like this button, then if it's already open, then that's great. Let's say for example, if it's not open, then what you do again is right click, format options, and then here under drop down shadow, then click that, change the color to whatever you want, and then adjust the transparency as well as the distance. Since I am happy with this one, then what I'm gonna do is make copies, and then you can now position them where you want them to be. The red lines that you see here serve as your guide in being able to align all of the shapes. Now we are ready to add some icons or images and some titles. I'm gonna start with text box, and then I am going to center it and name this class website. I'm going to change the font size and also the font. And I am also going to change the color. To save time, if you want to make sure that each of the titles will have the same size, all you have to do, since it is already highlighted, is hit Control and press D. At the same time, you can now just drag them into each of the shapes. And then you can just change the name. For this one, let me change it to Week at a Glance, Classwork, Reminders, Schedule, Contact Me, News. Now I am ready to add the icons. Go to Insert Image, and since I already have the images saved on my computer, so I am just going to upload them. Next, I am going to duplicate this slide for later. Then back on the first slide, I am now ready to make this interactive. So first, because I don't want any of these to be moved when a student or parent will click on the app, what I will do is insert a shape just to cover everything. It's like an overlay. And then I'm going to click Fill Color Transparent. Border color will also be transparent. After that, I am going to right click, link, and then link this slide to just slide number 1, hit apply, just so if they are going to click on any side of the page other than the buttons, they will really remain on slide number 1 and they will not be advanced to the next slide. Next, I'm going to hyperlink each of these buttons. So to start, for the class website, I'm going to insert an overlay. This time I'm going to use the same shape as the button. Just make sure to cover the entire shape, and then I'm gonna click Fill Color Transparent, make border transparent as well. After that, you are going to link this one to your class website. So for my class website, just make sure that it is on the home page. Then here, click the link icon, copy the link, go back to your slide, and then right click on the button, click link. It's not going to be on slide number 1. You are going to paste your website's a link and then hit apply. For this, I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to insert a shape, and then I am going to make it transparent for the fill color, also transparent for the border. And you're going to do that to the rest of the buttons. And again, to save time, you can hit Control on your keyboard as well as D at the same time, so that all you can do is drag them onto the other buttons. And this time I am going to hyperlink the overlays or the buttons. Next, I'm going to link the Week at a Glance page from my website. So I go to my website, click Week at a Glance, and then click the link icon. And then I'm going to copy the link, go back to my page, and then I'm going to right click the button, link, and then paste my link. So that when you click this one, you can then get to the Week at a Glance page of my website. Next to that, Classwork. So I am going to go to my Classwork page of my Google Classroom, and then I'm just going to copy the link at the top, right click on the button, link, paste the link, and then hit apply. For the reminders, I am going to link this to slide number 2. Then here on slide number 2, I can delete that. Then I can highlight my buttons, and then I'm going to move them on the side. This is going to be my reminders page, so I can add my reminders button here. Then you can add a shape where you can type your reminders. Add text box, say for example, and then you can make some changes to the font as well as the size of your reminder, or you can even change the color of the box. After that, we don't want any of these to be moved around, so we can add an overlay. Make sure to hit transparent for fill color as well as transparent for the border color. And then after that, I can link this on to slide number 2, hit apply, so that if they are going to click any of the page, then it will not advance them to a different page. After they are able to read the reminders, then they need to be able to go back to the home page, which is our slide 1. So we need to insert a home page button, and then I'm just using the same shape. And then I am going to insert an image from my computer, and then I am going to just highlight it. This time I am going to add an overlay again so that it will cover my entire button. Click transparent for border color as well as transparent for the fill color. And then I'm going to link this to slide number 1. So when they hit this, then they can go back to slide number 1. I wouldn't need these buttons anymore, but before I will delete that, I am going to duplicate this slide so I still have these buttons, so that I'm going back to slide number 2. I wouldn't need these anymore. I can just delete them. Slide number 3 is going to be for the schedule. So what I will do is I go back to slide number 1. I am going to link my schedule button onto slide number 3 and then hit apply. So when I go to slide number 3, I already have the overlay here, but I am going to change my reminders button into schedule button. And then for the schedule, say for example, and then I still have my home button, and then because I already have my overlay here, I can just put it back, because remember, we just duplicated the slide. But the most important thing that you are going to do is you have to make sure that this overlay is going to be linked to slide number 3, because it is on slide number 3. In this one, the home button is still linked to slide number 1. Going back to slide number 1 for my home button, contact me, I am going to link this to slide number 4. Then here I am going to duplicate the slides. So I would have my slide number 4. I'm back on my slide number 3. I wouldn't need these anymore, so I can delete those. Slide number 4 is going to be my contact me page. I can move my overlay because I already have it, and then I'm going to change the schedule to contact me, and then I can change these to my contact information, and you can use images or just type your email address and then your phone number and so on and so forth. And then you have to make sure to put back the overlay, make sure that it is a link to, this is already slide number 4. So again, make sure that it is really going to be a link to the same slide, and then hit apply. Check your home button, make sure that it is still linked to slide number 1. I would need another slide, so I am going to duplicate this slide for slide number 5. But before that, I am going to highlight the rest of my buttons here. I don't need them anymore. On slide number 5, this is going to be our news page, so I have to make sure that I will be able to link my news button, link it to slide number 5, hit apply, and then you go back to your slide number 5, move your overlay, change your button if you want. I don't need these anymore, I can delete those. And then for the news, this page can actually be used, say for example, newsletter. If you have any, for my STEM classes, they usually have field trips, so I can make announcement here that they will have field trips. After that, you can move the overlay back to cover the entire slide, and then make sure that it is a link to slide number number 5 where it is now. Then you make sure that your home button is also still linked onto slide number 1. So when we click present, just to check if everything is working correctly, class website should take us to the class website. Week at a glance should take us to the Week at a glance page of my website. Classwork should take us to the Classwork page of the Google Classroom. Reminders should take us to the reminders page of the app, and then you can click the home button to get back to this page. Schedule to the schedule page, then click home button. Contact me should take us to the contact me page of the app, and then last but not the least, the news page of the app. So now that we're done with our slides, what we're going to do is click file, publish to the web. Here we are going to click publish, click OK. Then we are going to copy the link, paste it onto a new web page. And at the very main end of the link, we are going to add the and sign, letter R, letter M, equal sign, and the word minimal. So that when you click that, what you are going to see is your class app page, which does not look like the Google slide pages that we were able to work on. So this is now like the app looking page is compared to this page. You can actually give this a link to the parents and the students, but then one suggestion that I can give you is, because the link is way too long, you can actually make this a lot shorter and easy for the parents and the students to remember as well. So what you do is copy the link, and then you go to tinyurl.com, your very long link here, and then you can custom name it. So here, if the custom name is already taken, it will tell you, but then if it's not, then you're good to go. So you are going to click make tiny URL, and so this is now the new short URL that you can give to your students. So it's a lot simpler and a lot easier to remember as well. So you can copy this one and then give it to your parents or students, so that if I am going to click new web page and I am going to paste that tiny or short URL and hit enter, then it should still take you to your app. My next video will then show you how to save and add this class app onto your home screen, whether you have an iPhone or an Android or on your iPad. So please stay tuned. So that is how to create your class app on Google Slides. I hope that you learned something from this video. I hope that you will click like and also subscribe to our channel so that you will not miss any notifications for new videos that will be posted. I hope that you are going to be able to share this to your teacher friends and homeschoolers so they will also be able to use this tool in teaching. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!